My piece of the STEM grant project was to enlist some partners in our community who might be able to help us with our particular issue. In our grant, we had chosen environmental studies. We wanted to talk about how we could make our community more aware of issues around the Merrimack River. So my goal was to try and get some partners involved and to help us to find ways to enlist their aid in learning more about the river. I was able to contact someone from the Merrimack River Watershed Council, and I worked with them to develop some boards. These are display boards that we put on grids in our library as kind of a passive display. We worked with the MWRC, and they were great, and they provided us with a lot of content. They talked about stormwater runoff and the need to cut down on the amount of runoff that's going right into the Merrimack River. This was a problem that I had not really even known it was in existence. So it was an education for me, and we thought it would be a great way to educate our community about this problem and how it affected the river that runs right through our community. So we worked with them. We worked with a design group that were comfortable using. We were able to put together some really spectacular, and I guess I'm biased, but I think they're really spectacular boards describing the challenge, the problem, how that the individual can help by making a rain garden on their property. And it's a way to capture that rainwater and allow it to go back into our aquifer instead of just losing all of that great fresh water down the river. I guess the challenge for me was I was not really that comfortable reaching out to partners. And so stepping out of my comfort zone and seeing that they won't bite, that they're really willing to work with you. And I thought that was a great personal success and a great success for the community. The boards now are up in our library. They're getting commented on. There's been some comments made by the mayor and by some of our elected officials about how important the river is. So I feel like we really touched on an important facet of our community that we kind of didn't really even know needed to be highlighted. So I felt that was a real success. And now we've even discussed that we're going to send these boards, this kind of passive display, along to other libraries up and down the Merrimack River. Because sometimes, while what might be a political hot potato, if you put it in a library, it becomes less political and just more of an educational opportunity. So I think it's been a win-win situation for us as a library, for our community, and for the communities along the Merrimack River, as well as for the Merrimack River Watershed Council, who've been able to broaden their message through our partnership.